Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to Zen Romance Tarot. I could not figure out what happened with that Sagittarius Scorpio video, so I decided to record it again. And I slept on it, and I'm glad I did, because not saying that this is a completely different reading, but I'm going to say there's definitely been some advancement in terms of the way you guys feel about each other. I think one lady was like, oh, it was only a minute and something seconds, and I didn't realize that. So then I go to upload it again, and turns out she's like, oh, it's under Leo, and I want to apologize. I'm so sorry about that, but I think everything happens for a reason. And when I look at these cards, I did meditate on these cards, and Scorpio, again, you're questioning how you feel about this relationship with Sagittarius. Actually, you know what? Just so I don't mess this up. Reminder. Scorp. Sag. Alright. See? Gotta remind yourself. But you're having a problem with this connection. The last time I pulled the energy for this connection, Scorpio really had a problem with, Scorpio was having a problem with the insecurities of Sagittarius, always needing reassurance. So that's one thing I do remember from it. And the funny thing is, I actually had it in the SD area, and I deleted it because I thought it was updated. But good thing. Because here, I'm showing Scorpio's ready to take some action. Scorpio's not sure about this connection with Sagittarius. Scorpio, you are a little bit, I'm not going to say confused. I think you're still trying to sort out if you want to move on for greener pastures, or if you want to continue to kind of deal with whatever it is going on in this connection. Because the first card is destiny. I'm questioning what it is I want. I'm questioning whether or not I want to end this cycle, or if I want to renew, right? And then you have where you're moving, positive movement, right? Whatever is positive to you. So that could be staying with Sagittarius, or it could be for you moving on to somebody else. Because the next card after that has you questioning the union that you currently have. And I'm thinking other partnerships, not just this one, others from the past, right? And it says here, golden mirror, you guys are really mirroring each other in this relationship now. The energy a few days ago was really, and let me tell you, it could have been Scorpio, but I was getting Sagittarius was the one who was kind of questioning everything, like, you know, do you love me? You know, that you got to keep reassuring, and you don't feel like telling people 50 times, I love you. What else can I? So Scorpio had gotten tired of that. We have a self-absorbed, narcissistic, one-sided relationship, love bombing. And Scorpio recognizes that there are some practices or behaviors by Sagittarius or vice versa that they don't like, the reassurance part. What I am showing for Scorpio also, which is interesting, is Ace of Rods. Okay? So then it talks about Knight of Rods. It also talks about the moon. I find that interesting. Sagittarius, we have you thinking about moving on too. You're questioning this whole thing as well. The funny thing is with you is accelerated movement, which is lined up next to the positive movement forward with Scorpio. What makes me think that this is not just about a choice of one person is because it says choose wisely. But again, you could be choosing yourself, or you could be choosing to work on this relationship with Scorpio. The Coffin card came up right after. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. So we know you guys are moving, either this relationship so far is moving to a more spiritual place, or it's just going to float away, right? Because I see both people wishing for some kind of a change. It says that you guys had a spiritual union, and that's why you're considering holding on to it. And if this is something that you guys both want, it might be able to be done. Why? Because it says you're yin and yang, you're twin flames. You guys have a union where you complement each other. And it's funny because you complement each other in this reading as well, including thinking about your exes. I know how smooth I said that, right? Yeah, y'all thinking about your exes. So, I don't know. I mean, if this is something you want to work on, because it seems like there's an urge to move on. There's an urge for passion. And it's like, okay, I'm looking because it says ace, that's a new beginning, knight, fleeting in real, like, you know. But then you have the moon card. So I look at it this way. You have Scorpio here who's either entertaining, working on this relationship with, I'm sorry about that, with their Sagittarius, right? And you're trying to make something new out of it. Or there's another Sagittarius, okay, or we could just say another fire sign. It could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But it's a Pisces. I feel like you're trying to move towards a Pisces, Scorpio. It's either that or you're looking for a new beginning with Sagittarius, or there is an incoming, or you're entertaining and currently an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Alright, see, but we got old Sag over here. I know, right? My shadiness. Alright. I think there's a little bit more to this too. And I'm going to get into it. So, see, the thing is, right now we're looking at, we're like, okay, we know they're thinking about going somewhere else. And we know who they're thinking about. Okay, yep, again. This is great. Who is this? It's absolutely great. I love it. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. We have Four of Pentacles reversed. No, wait, what is that? We got Page of Pentacles reversed, and then we got Four of Pentacles. But then we also have Knight of Wands. So, it could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But Sagittarius could ultimately be choosing themselves in this one and just kind of like, you know what? I don't necessarily get that feeling here, but it does say, it says rest in peace, new beginning. So maybe that's a new beginning for you guys. But I personally think they could be thinking about prior partners, right? I want to see something. What I was trying to figure out earlier is, what's the challenge in this relationship? Like, what got us to this point? What got us to this point? I'm using these. I'm trying to see if I can highlight what caused all this fleeting energy. Fleeting energy in terms of, you know, when you're not happy in your relationship and you're like, you know what? I'm going to see what else is out there. And then you start thinking about partners from the past. And listen, when you think about these people, you're inviting energy into your space, right? There's no coincidence that you're thinking about, I don't know, Tommy, and Tommy automatically, like, one day texts you. Within a decent, you know, you gave birth to Tommy coming into your space. You manifested Tommy. So you gotta kind of like, be prayed up over stuff like that, especially when you're in a relationship. One of the energies that got in the way of this relationship was practice, right? Nobody was trying. It was also financial. I did get that earlier, because, and I'm gonna tell you guys too, from here, I feel like something may have happened with Sagittarius's job, or some kind of financial something, because we did pull Pentacles, and aside from what signs they represent in this reading in terms of relationships or outside interferences, there were some money issues here, and I believe that was part of it too. I'll put that under here, because when I was reading earlier, I did get a financial vibe. I was like, yo. What else was a barrier in this relationship? What else caused this issue? What else caused us to get to this point? Ancestors. Tell me more about what could have gotten this couple to this point, Scorpio and Sagittarius. Ancestors. Faith. Maybe you guys have different beliefs. Maybe the faith could have been about whether or not we can do this. One giving up in a relationship, not willing to work together, understanding the differences. You have to be able to compromise. right? Or I don't have any faith in you at all. And I think Scorpio, to be honest with you, got to the point. This feels like that reading from the other day. Why? But I think there was definitely some growth in terms of what you guys want to do. But faith. Listen, I have faith I can manifest wealth, prosperity that I desire. These are power of attraction. What are these? What is it? Where is the box? Oh, law of attraction cards. But I did a couple other readings, and they actually make sense. All right. Okay. Tell me one more. Give me one more that what could have been an issue in this relationship, ancestors. 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 Universe. Triumph universe. All right. All right. Tell me, ancestors. I know that there was something with finances, and it could have been a job or whatever, where the situation had gotten turned upside down. I believe that was part of it. I think that's why we got here, because Scorpio doesn't feel secure, right, with the finances and so forth. But Sagittarius wasn't feeling reassured that they were loved and desired. And when you're in a situation where your money is upside down and it just kind of got that way, I don't want to say out of the blue sky, but not proper planning. It's been like that's a problem, especially for Scorpio. Scorpio trying to get it together. I'm not saying that that's Sagittarius. It could be anybody in this relationship. Okay, heart-to-heart conversations need to be had about this relationship. Okay. Oh. Alright, you know what? If you're going to be honest about everything. I'll go over that. I believe that to be true in this reading. One more, ancestor. One more. Alright. Scorpio, you are not happy in this relationship. But Scorpio, I also wanted to point out too, not only you thinking about having some kind of rekindle with maybe an ex who's a Pisces, or they could be an Aries or a Leo, and it could be another Sagittarius, or you could be entertaining, fixing this relationship with your current Sagittarius, which it kind of feels like to me, right? But it says this is a self-absorbed relationship, and I believe at this point it is. I also feel like Scorpio's been acting up in this relationship, because it shows me the deceit card, I believe. And then it talks about you. See, but it also talks about moving in a positive direction. So again, what does that mean to you? Is a positive direction and movement forward in this connection, or is it in another connection? So that's what we have for Scorpio. Moving on. Sagittarius is like, you know what? I'm all set. I'm thinking about it, because it's kind of like everybody's like in reverse mode. Sagittarius stays that way. Moving on, accelerated movement, and choose wisely. So Sagittarius is also making a decision about moving on from this relationship or starting it again. You guys are twin flames. You couple well. But it also says you're suffering in silence. And when we pull the love cards trying to explain the situation, it tells us heart-to-heart conversations need to be had in order to get over this. Right? So that's the suffering in silence. That kind of proves right there you are suffering. The conversation needs to be had about the status of the relationship and where you guys want to go. So I'm going to put this one right here. Right next to it. We also have that this is an extremely spiritual union. I think you guys know, like, if you want to be together, you can definitely work on this. But everybody's confidence needs to be in place, and the only way to achieve that really is to heart-to-heart conversations, have them. But it also says that there's new love. My new person has stirred romantic feelings. So this is a new person. It does say Ace of Rods, right? I mean, so somebody's over in Scorpio's head. And it could be an old person, but it could be a new love for an old person. Or it could just simply be a new love. It could be a Pisces. It could be, yeah, like I was saying earlier, there's no need for me to, so new love. I think Scorpio went a little bit further though, because I see the deceit card. So, and then I see a lot of movement here. So Scorpio, maybe you already are talking to somebody else or whatever. Or maybe you've been entertaining it. So then we have moving on, coffin with Sagittarius. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. It does talk about like being out, smelling the flowers. I see another person over here, the Knight of Wands, just like, be careful about that, Sagittarius. Be very careful because this person appears free-spirited, but sometimes what you see is not always what you get. Right, but I definitely see there's some sort of attraction in this connection. So you're attracted to somebody else and thinking about somebody else. Suffering in silence. This was a spiritual union, twin flames. At this point, it says universe. So I guess maybe you guys are waiting for the universe to handle it. But and that's great. That's great. But you have to acknowledge everything that happened, right? And everything that's going on currently. And I think it would be wise to kind of be like, you know what? This is how I'm feeling. As a human being, this is where my mind is fleeting to other people. And I don't want that to happen. What can we do to make sure this doesn't happen? I personally feel like you need to fix your finances. I think that's what drove you here in the first place. I think that there was a party who was responsible or a bit more responsible or forward thinking in terms of finances, where the other party was like, it really wasn't rocking like that, or you guys weren't on the same page. What is this relationship gonna... Oh, okay. I'm using these. These is like... What is this relationship going to take to survive if they want to stay together? Ancestors. These are little, like 25 cards or something, but the thing is, shuffle them is a mother. Ancestors, what does Scorpio and Sagittarius need to work on if they want to save this relationship? What is the going emotion that they need to focus on if they want to save this connection? Strength. If strength is reversed, you guys need to make sure you get it together. Bring strength to have these conversations. I don't want it to be reversed. I want it to be that way. You guys want to be on the same page with each other. Right now, you are not. There are conditions to this love. This love is not unconditional at this point, and it needs to be. I feel like, Scorpio, I feel like something ain't right with you. So you need strength. Also, Star. Okay? So this is a card of renewal. If you want it to work, it can. I'm reading according to the energy of this reading. But there are outside interferences, and for some reason, Sagittarius, I don't know if you overpromised, underdelivered here with money. I don't know what's going on. There's something with finances in this relationship. There's something with finances, and it's to the point now where you guys are like, do we even want to be together? I personally think you kind of do, but you don't know if you do right now. Like, I guess maybe I'm just, what I'm seeing here is it can be worked out if you want to work out. Because it's not a bad connection. It's really not a bad connection. But Scorpio, something ain't right with Scorpio. Ancestors. These. Ancestors. 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 Ancestors, please help me shed some light on this relationship between Scorpio and Sagittarius. Ancestors, give me the current energy for this relationship to help me polish this reading. Okay. Tree wisdom. The tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sound it makes. Okay. So I think you guys are still trying to figure it out wisely, with wisdom. But you both attracted to other people. Scorpio, you attracted to somebody new. And think you're entertaining something. Okay. There's new love. There's somebody who you are feeling something for now. I believe they're a new person. But you could also... You're looking for some kind of new beginning with Sagittarius. Or, personally, the vibe that I'm getting here is real, like, I feel like there's a new fire sign. There's 3 of them. There's a new one. Now, either the new one is real, like he got you like, oh, I can't even think, like, or there's the new one. There's you trying to think about if you want to be with old boy or girl, and then you got the Pisces. Either you got these people, or you've been doing something here, because it says you got a new love. So you've been rocking out, Scorpio. Is that a third party? I see. Solitude. Think of being alone as meaning you are all one. In the total harmony with everything, the greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. I mean, I definitely see. I don't know if you guys are in solitude. I don't know that you're in separation. I don't think you guys are in separation. It could be, because I see wish cards. But sometimes we're wishing. Sometimes when you wish stuff, you're usually sitting next to somebody you don't want to be with. That's why you have fleeting thoughts. If you're separated, it's easier to wish and easier to act. I also feel like you got some trifling energy where you'll be sitting right next to your partner, Scorpio, and doing all types of slick stuff. Trying to play on, I ain't trying to be funny, I'm basing this, nobody's innocent here. But I definitely see a party that is taking a step further than another party, Scorpio. I'm just saying. That's what I see, that's what I feel. If you really want to take your show on a roll like that, then just be like, bye. I don't know. Hopefully you didn't do anything, because it does say positive. I think this is not bad. I think you both want to work on it. Okay, so did I do? Yeah, I got you 2 cards for that. Is there anything else I need to? I pulled out more cards, and yeah, I just wanted to get to the core of it, because I was like, why are we moving forward? Like, what's up with this? Finances. Something to do with finances. Somebody not being honest with the money. Not being honest with the money. That's not what this is. It's not about dishonesty with money. I believe it's a change in. I think there's a fluctuation in the finances in the house. Maybe there's some kind of maybe job change or something that changed the dynamic in the relationship, having to do with security, stability. So a job. It could be emotions. It could be the Sagittarius is looking at Scorpio and sees what's going on. Because this is not a blind person. Because the thing is, people who want to hang in there with you are the ones that typically ask for the reassurance. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Oh, okay. I was like, what is that? Okay, sorry about that. I get the feeling Sagittarius still wants to work on it. But Sagittarius kind of knows that Scorpio is not necessarily... They're like 100% turned off. They're like, I'm all set with this. That's not funny. But you still want to work on it. Scorpio, stop being trifling. Ooh, that's what that is. I was like, what? Okay, sorry about that. Really? Was that happening on camera and I ain't know it? Look at that. My poor little wand. I was like, I thought it was an incense. What does that smell? Well, this is what we'll be dealing with.